So Nike and Off-White have collaborated on the Air Force One silhouette for several releases now, with the first release back in 2017 as part of the 10 collection, which is the white and clear colourway. In 2018 you had the Vault colourway, and in 2019 you had the all blue colourway to celebrate the MCA exhibition in Chicago. Then last year in 2021 we had the yellow colourway or lemonade colourway to celebrate the ICA exhibition, and later this month in July we're due to get the green colourway to celebrate the latest exhibition at the Brooklyn Museum, and to celebrate the 40th anniversary of the release of the Nike Air Force One. Off-White and Virgil Abloh made the bold decision to reimagine the sneaker, but this time in a mid form factor, and by far this is the most eccentric and experimental design that I've seen on Air Force One. Now opinions are kind of mixed on this sneaker. Some people think it's dope, some people hate it. But for me, I think it's fire, and I'm really happy to have it in the collection. So let's check it out. Hey, what's going on? Lukas here, back with another video. And today I'm checking out the Nike Off-White Air Force One Mid in the black colorway. Thanks for checking this video. If you're new to the channel, you like all kinds of content related to sneaker culture, please do consider subscribing, and also hit the notification bell to be notified when I do drop new videos. And if you did like today's video, please give it a thumbs up, as it really will help the channel grow. And stay tuned to the end of the video for those on feet looks. Now today I'm checking out the last sneaker that Virgil Abloh designed before his untimely passing last year, but this time on an iconic silhouette. And that is the Nike Off-White Air Force One Mid in the black colorway. So this sneaker dropped a couple of weeks ago on the Nike Sneakers app for £164.95 here in the UK. It also dropped on Off-White's website for a slightly higher price point. UK it was £181. I managed to get my W on the Sneakers app, and for me, probably my most unexpected W for an Off-White collaboration. But there's several reasons for this. One being, it's an Air Force One Mid, which obviously is not a very popular silhouette. It's also got some interesting details which we'll cover in the video, which not everyone is feeling. Yes, it's out there, but you have to think about, you know, Virgil's creativity and what he brought to the table with this sneaker, and also to celebrate the 40th anniversary of the Air Force One silhouette. I think it's a very interesting take, an iconic release, and I'm really happy to have it in the collection. So let's check it out. So the first thing you notice is the box, and the packaging is obviously different because it's an Off-White collaboration with Nike. And I think Virgil and Off-White are kind of, you know, it's a tongue-in-cheek release, because, you know, most people are going to think this is a brick release because it's not going to have resale value and it's not going to be that popular. So this is why I think they've gone with a kind of brick design on the box. So you obviously have your kind of brick design, then you have Off-White, then care of Nike on the top. And then no other branding on the box, as you can see. Take a look at the size tag. Air Force One Mid SP. The colorway is black, clear black. And it's my true size, US 14, UK 13. So pop the lid. And then inside, inside you have the Off-White branding. As you can see right here, the Off-White logo. And we have tissue paper. And again, it's all in this kind of baby blue. You've got Off-White branding as well, and then again you've got 2022 Off-White, and then Y 1982 for the sneaker. Peel this back, and then you've got more tissue paper. And just inside the box you've got this end up as well, so again that's kind of nice little detail right there. So peel this back, here we have the sneaker. So that's the Nike Off-White Air Force One Mid in the black colorway. So here we have the sneaker. As you can see, it's definitely out there, but I think it's a true testament to Virgil's creativity and vision, and really happy to have this in the collection. So the first thing you notice obviously is the spikes, and if you start on the outsole, you'll see you have your standard Air Force One outsole right here, but then you have these pink spikes on the midfoot right here, as you can see, and also going up the top of the sneaker here as well. And these do actually wear down, but again I think it's just the interesting creativity, and this comes from the ISPA sneaker range that Nike do as well. And ISPA stands for improvise, scavenge, protect and adapt, and that line of Nike sneakers is very much out there in terms of its kind of creativity, and you can see it's been envisioned on this release as well. So we'll turn to the side, and again you've got your standard black midsole right here. You've also got you've then got the air bubble right here with the orange element right here. Now this is different again because Air Force Ones don't generally have an air bubble, so they will just have that kind of thick midsole, and you would normally have air kind of around this area right here. But again, Virgil's just throwing the rulebook out, to be honest. It's orange visible air bubble right here. As you come up to the upper, so then you have all mesh upper. It's also got like wood grain as well. So again, that's kind of to give that utilitarian outdoor vibe as well. So it's almost like a hiking boot if you think about it, because you've kind of got the spikes, and obviously then you're going to be going outdoors hiking. That's probably where you might need the spikes for grip, etc. And then obviously this just gives that more rugged feel as for the sneaker. So on the upper, you see you've got the upper going around the toe box. There's no real mud guard on this as such. And then as you come up the toe box, you've then got this kind of additional stitching in black right here, as you can see. So again, that's an interesting detail. And again, the spikes continue all around the top of the sneaker, as you can see right here, all around to the medial side, just before the midfoot. And again, that's an interesting detail. As we come up the tongue as well, so you've got laces. So you have two sets of laces because it's an off-white. So you have your standard black laces going up the tongue, as you can see right here, and then you've got a secondary pair of laces in white, which are going overlapping on the top, and you've got these little black loops, as you've one here in the middle right here, and one on the side right here around the top of the midfoot right here. The top of the tongue, you've got this strap, as you can see, so it's a Velcro strap. So again, you will see this on some Air Force One mids. So it's not a different detail from other releases. So we take this out. And then another interesting detail you've actually got a lace holder, so you've got pink on the top, so you've got orange bit right here, and then just a Nike swoosh in black right there. Then the top of the tongue itself, again just adding more creativity, so you've got the air lettering in white right here, and then obviously Nike swoosh underneath. And again, this air writing is kind of a comical font, so again it's quite interesting. Again, it's quite a thin tongue, but on the back of the tongue you've got this kind of mesh material, as you can see right here, so it gives that breathability. So as we come at the top right here, you've then got this kind of leather element here, so this feels quite nice to the touch. So that's interesting how he's taken two different materials, the kind of mesh material on the side of the upper, and then at the top you've got this kind of leather bit here. It goes all the way around to the back here, and then for the sock liner, it's all black sock liner, but again it is quite padded. So you've then definitely got support as well around your ankles. If we go down to the side, you've got another interesting detail, which is this is not actually embroidered or painted on, it's basically attached. So this is plastic, as you can see, and you've got a bit of stitching right here and a bit of stitching right here at the back. You've got the iconic off-white characteristic, which is the orange square right here. This is normally a tag, but on this particular pair it's an actual square, and you've got orange stitching again around that. So it's adding more to that abstract element. I think it's quite a nice little touch. And then as we come to the back of the sneaker, you've then got Nike and Air right here embroidered in black. Might not come out on camera, but it is quite easy to see on the eye, so that's quite nice. Then you've got this heel pull here, as you can see. And again, this is kind of almost plasticky, but again provides that support that you need. Then we've got this element here on the back going down the back of the heel, and that is again feeling in slightly different material, so that's quite interesting. Turn to the medial side, again you've got this swoosh that you have on the lateral side, then you've got the iconic text of an off-white collaboration, so you have off-white for Nike, Air Force One, Beaverton, Oregon, USA, and then underneath you've got C 1982, because obviously that's when the Air Force One was originally released. You've then got this really interesting piece on the side, which I think is turning a lot of people off, and this is kind of his block, I'd say. So you've got your green, your blue, and then your pink at the bottom here. It's actually moulded into the outsole, so it's very, you know, there's no way you can remove that. So again, that's quite different, and again very iconic if you ask me. As I said, it's a Marmite sneaker, so it's not everyone's cup of tea, but you know, it's definitely out there, and I think, you know, a lot of people will like it and some people won't like it. You know, it is what it is, and that's the beauty of sneakers. And then one last detail on the insole is you've got the off-white hand right there in white. So that's the right sneaker. Take a quick look at the left. Left sneaker is exactly the same. The only differences are you've got your classic off-white zip tie, and this just says off-white care of Nike, and then C 2022 zip tie. Most people won't wear the sneaker with the zip tie, but again, it's just an iconic off-white detail. And then inside you've just got the face in white for off-white right there. So in terms of sizing, I went true to size. That's what I do for all of my Air Force Ones, and that fits fine. Again, you do have a wide toe box, so if you did have a smaller foot, you maybe could go down half a size, but I have a wide foot, so this fits fine. In terms of resale, I think this is the biggest thing, is they're not going for much in terms of resale, and there are pairs still available in certain sizes, even, you know, a couple of weeks after the release. And I think that's just testament to the appeal of this sneaker. There are still pairs of Nike off-white sitting, and can be purchased for retail. As I mentioned, resale it's a couple of pounds above retail right now. So this was 164.95. Last sale on StockX was 172. And obviously with shipping, you're going to be paying slightly more, but again, you're not going to make a huge amount of profit. So if you did want to pick this up, you definitely could. As I said, sold out in big sizes, but certainly smaller sizes are available. So what do you think of the sneaker? Did you cop? Did you pass? Let me know in the comment section down below. Appreciate any feedback. It's definitely not for everybody. The main reason why I copped it was obviously because it's Virgil's last sneaker before his passing, and I just think it's a really, almost like an iconic piece of artwork. And again, you can never go wrong with an Off-White and Nike collaboration, regardless of how out there it is. So really happy to have this in the collection. Whether I wear it, you know, whether I add it to the rotation, that's a tricky one. Because as I said, you know, these spikes aren't for everyone, and there's only certain outfits you could rock this with. And obviously the back pair you can rock with more outfits, like, because it's more subtle. That's definitely something that I may consider. So yeah, let me know in the comment section down below what you think of the sneaker, and appreciate any feedback. Stay tuned for the on foot's coming up shortly, and again, appreciate any comments on that. So thanks for checking the video. If it's the kind of content you want to see, you know, anything related to sneaker culture, you know, unboxings, reviews, opinions, etc., please do subscribe, and also hit that notification bell to be notified when I do drop new videos. And if you did like today's video, please give it a thumbs up, as it really will help the channel grow. And until next time, take it easy. I'll see you next video.